Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Thursday. The week is almost over. I hope you guys have had a productive week. It's been an insane week for me. So I figured I'd hop on here and chat with you all for a little bit while I was sipping my coffee this morning. It has been an insane week for me. That's one of the downsides of remote work is that you're basically on the job 24/7. So all you have to do is go from your bedroom or your kitchen to your office or wherever you work, where your laptop's set up and do your work. So you can do that in the middle of the night. You wake up out of bed. If there's something on your mind and you got to take care of it, you can just get in there and knock it out. So it's a 24/7 type of deal unless you force yourself to step away. I try to do that every day. I try to shut it down between 5 and 6 and then don't touch anything work related until the next morning. But sometimes you get that bug and you got to knock it out. So, man, I've been pretty busy this week. A lot of intense stuff happening on the job. Just that time of the year, I guess. Usually it kind of slows down, but now it's picking up. I don't know what's different this year. Is it the same with you guys? For us, it's just been insanely busy. But yeah, it's just one of those things, I guess. But this morning, I'm taking a step back. I'm taking some me time so I can enjoy my coffee, relax a little bit, and chat with you all. So how's everything going, guys? How's everything going out there? I hope you guys have had a phenomenal week. For those of you looking for remote jobs, I hope you've had luck. Let me know if you haven't. What I plan on doing once I hit that 50 subscriber mark is start going live so I can do live sessions with you, do resume reviews, just chat with you about ideas as far as like what you can do, what would increase your odds to get a remote job, things like that. I got a lot of info to share. As you know, I've been working remote for years and years and years, so definitely ready to share some knowledge. So once we hit that 50 sub mark, I'll start doing some live streams, and then we can chat one-on-one or as a group or whatever we like. I'm also invite guests. I have one guest in particular that's going to be coming on maybe next week or the week after. She's currently looking for a remote role. So I think what I'd like to do is sort of chat with her every week to see how that job search is going. And I'll let all of you see from the outside what it looks like when someone's actually looking for a remote job and get feedback from her, what she's seeing out there, the pros and cons of using LinkedIn and things like that. So we're going to get into all of that stuff. But I think those are going to be some invaluable sessions that we can definitely get on here and share with everyone. So yeah, so I'm my coffee's kicking in already. I'm starting to feel a little bit better. I was dragging this morning, not gonna lie. When I woke up this morning, it hits me at least once every other week. I get one of those days where I just don't want to do anything in the morning. This was one of those for me this morning, but the coffee's helping a little bit. And of course, always got to make sure I've got a message on my cup, always. But yeah, so for me this week, I manage a team of technology folks around the globe, and so my work schedule can vary. I can be working at 10 p.m., 10 a.m., 5 p.m., 5 a.m. So it really depends on what the needs of the business are. So my schedule is pretty crazy. Just because, I'm managing a remote team. So one thing I've definitely noticed this week, so I've had a ton of meetings. And I know years ago there was conversations about Zoom fatigue and all that stuff. And it's a reality. It is factual. It does happen. And normally I don't get it. But this week, yeah, Zoom fatigue for sure. So I've been in at least 5 meetings a day all week this week. And it's just, I don't know what it is about being on those Zoom meetings. I don't feel weird being on camera or anything like that at work. But it for me, I guess as a manager, and this is, again, this is going to be my confessional, my work from home confessional series. So between you and I, so as a manager, I have to make sure my energy is high so that I can sort of share that energy with the team. I like my team to sort of feed off of my energy. So I have to maintain a high level of energy at all times, and that gets a little tiring. It really does. My normal standard way of operating, my basic personality is relatively high energy, positive, things like that. But occasionally I'll feel that my team is sort of, dragging down a little bit. The morale may be a little tense. So I've got to bump it up a bit. I got to help my team, power through what we're dealing with. And that starts with me as a manager. And I pride myself on being able to motivate my people and, make the environment to where it's positive. So I have to bump up the energy every now and then. And this week has been it. I've been nonstop, just on the whole week. And that does get tiring. So especially when you're on the Zoom meetings and you have to put on my button-up shirt or whatever and get on there and start talking. But yeah, it's the energy thing kind of wears you down. So I'm curious, those of you who are working remotely, do you feel that like it's not necessarily stress, or I don't know what it is. There's a feeling that you get, and after a while, it can be like a burnout feeling, being on video all the time. And it's funny, sometimes you hop into meetings and you hope that no one's going to be on video, but there's always someone on video, especially when it's one of the members of the leadership team and everyone has to turn their cameras on. That's like, this is the I know you know what I'm talking about out there. I know you know for sure. But this has been the week for me. It's just been just a high energy. So I'm looking forward to the weekend where I can relax, don't do much of anything at all. I'm looking forward to that for sure this weekend. So yeah, so that's pretty much how things have been for me this week, guys. It's just been one of those weeks. It's been a doozy, a lot of activity happening. And the Zoom calls, that Zoom fatigue is just, I got a reminder of it this week. It's been a few months, maybe a year since I've actually felt Zoom fatigue, but I remember it now. It's such a thing, especially, like when you're in a meeting with like leadership or whatever. I don't know about you guys, but you have this feeling like you have to smile or like laugh, and there's just like a forced vibe about it. I don't know what it is, but I know you guys know what I'm talking about. You've got to kind of like play the game. But if you do that 5, 6, 7 times a day, it's like, ooh, my cheeks will get tired. I'll feel my face muscles straining from like, yeah, it's tough. So this is therapy for me. So thank you guys for listening in. I just wanted to hop on really quick, say hi to you all. Wish you well for the remainder of the week. Hope you've had a good week thus far. If you haven't, I'll send positive vibes your way, and maybe next week will be better. Next week will always be better. But I hope you guys are doing great. I'm looking forward to the live streams. That's going to be huge for this channel. I can't wait to be able to take a look at some of your resumes and kind of give you advice on what to change and how it looks good, and just a lot of tips and stuff in a live setting. So it'll be like a coffee chat. We'll all chat over coffee. And I'll give you guys as much of my perspective as I can that would provide value to you, of course. So I'm thinking about, resume reviews, maybe mock interviews. That would be great. I think that'd be a great idea. Do you guys think that'd be cool? So I'd basically conduct an interview, like a test interview. Yes. See, my mind is thank you, coffee. Thank you. My mind's on it this morning. So yeah, mock interviews. That would be so cool to do, like in a live stream, get folks in here while we're chatting. And if you want to feel comfortable enough to do sort of like a one-on-one interview, like a practice run, I'm definitely game for that. Again, I manage folks remotely, so I can definitely give you questions that come up in interviews, just to give you a test run to get you more and more comfortable with interviewing. I think that'd be great. What do you guys think about that? So mock interviews, resume reviews, and just all around chats about making sure that everyone's successful trying to find a remote job on the job search. It's a pretty intense thing. Sometimes it seems rather daunting as far as like an endless round of interviews and sending your resume and not hearing anything. It's painful. It is. I've been through it myself, so I know what it feels like. But I think we can sort of we can do like a weekly thing. This will be like this will be a therapy session, the venting session. This will be practice runs to get ready for the real deal. I'm seeing some high value here. So I can't wait to hit 50, and I cannot wait to start those sessions. So as soon as we hit 50, those will be weekly sessions. So look forward to that. So make sure you subscribe. Tell your other remote workers or people who are looking for remote jobs to subscribe. And I like the video because that's what sends me through the algorithm. So make sure we get more and more folks in here so that we can definitely do some awesome live sessions coming up soon here, guys. Well, I'm going to finish up my coffee, and then I think I may start work this morning. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. But good morning, everyone. Hope you have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you next week. Take care.